Yeah, hi there and welcome back. So let us take a look on the another observable and the observer. So the another one is of a single observable and the single observer. So single is used when an observable has to emit only one value, like a response from the network call. And this is a most important one that we basically use in the Android development. And this is the most common observable that we use in the Android, and most of our application involves the network call. So whenever we are doing network call or whenever we are having some access to the database operation, we basically make use of the single observable in the Android application development as well as the single observer. So let's go and take a look in a practical way how we can create a single observable and the single observer. Let us create one function. I think I will just copy the same thing over here. So just go below and create. I will just call this one as a sing, sing as a single observable, and this should return the single. Sorry, sing ls. You can see that it's the comes from the reactive x rx java 3 code. Just make sure you take this one, and then what we have to do is we, instead of returning the observable, we have to return type is of the single to single dot create. And just remove all of this. It should be of the same, and take a look over here that emitter dot on next is not available on the single. So make sure that when you make use of a single, but if you take a look on observable, we have a emitter dot on next, but in terms of the single we don't have access to on next and the on complete over here. So emitter dot what we have access is dot on success. On success what we have, emitter dot on success what we want to do. So finally that we cannot make use of for loop because for loop is continuously emitting the value. And then I can say, if I say over here as a I over here, and then emitter dot what we want to do is on success and on complete is not there available. So if you try to check over here, emitter dot on, we have on success and on error, and on complete is not available there. So I just have to remove this section. So make sure that the difference between the observable and the single, you can clearly see that we have on next, on complete, and on error, which is available on observable. And on single observable we don't have access to on next and on complete. There is only on success or on error. Now since we have this we have created a single observable over here, let us also create the observer for the single. So this should be let's give a name, a different name over here, observer for the observable. And let us make use, just copy the same thing. All right, so just copy the same thing and paste it over here, and this should be for the single observable. Just change the name, observer for the single observable. And over here we have to change the type because this is an observer, and observer is used for the observable. But now we have a single, and for single we have another observer, as we saw already, single observer. So I have to make sure single observer over here, and return type is of int. That should be fine. And now I have to return type object of the single observer. And you can see here on next is not available for us, and on complete is not available for us. So if I remove all of this, I have to implement. So let me implement the member. We only have to access to on subscribe, on success, and on error. So if I implement all of this, you can see the difference over there. Here we have on subscribe, on next, on error, and on complete, but we have on subscribe, on success, and on error. So on next is not there, and on complete is also not there. So let us just copy this one and paste it over here. I hope you can see the what is the actual difference between the two observable. One on success, not the on single observable and the observable. Sorry, it should be one, and on success just should be on success, and then we will print out the T over there, dollar then T. What I did over here, dollar T. Okay, and since we have a observable over here, let's go back over here and let me comment out this one because I'm not going to use it. And then what we will do is we have the create, what was the name, for create single observable. Just copy this and paste it over here. Dot, I have to subscribe it, and when I subscribe to it, I have to pass the observable of the single observable. Just copy and paste that one over here. Sorry, I need to, this is a function call, so I have to evoke that one. Okay, so now we have implemented that one. Say dot subscribe, and when we subscribe it, we pass the observer over there. So we have created a single observer for our single observable. So don't get confused over here, and I think we can run our application for now. Create single observable and the observer. And now let's go to the logcat, and now you can see that on success is called, which is only of a getter 0, because the first value that is emitted for the for loop is the 0. We cannot get all of the loop from here because on success is called only one time, so it's not going to call again and again. So on success is called only one time, so this for loop is not useful over here. So if you want to have a loop or something, then better make use of the observable. So on success, we just want to emit a one value over there. Then what we can do is, instead of emitting all of this, let's go and emit something which is more usable for us. So I think we can make use of, we have a list of the users, right? So let us try to make use of the export the users from there. So user list, just copy this one, and I will make use the user list. User list from our, okay, we get that one. Okay, here we need to list of the user, and then here when we are over here on the single observer, we also have to observe type as the list of the user, and the same thing, just copy this and paste it over here. And now over here we need to override that function to implement that one, and on success we have the list of the user. And what we will do is, now when we have that one, we need to print out that one. So how do we print out is t dot for each, and when we have, let me null check over here, and then we can just log that one, the user. So it should be on the success. On success, then we get the user. So user is of t, so it should be of a $it that we want to print out. And then I can just run this one and just go to the logcat, and we should get all of the printout here. We get the on success is called over here. Then you can do the same thing for here. When you subscribe it, just remove this one. If you want to do the shorthand, just copy all of this, right, and paste it over here. And there, what we take a look over here is we cannot have on next, on error, and on complete on our single observer because it doesn't have. So in the single observer we have only access to on success and on error. So I have to remove this, and this is on success. On SUCCE, on success, we get the list of the user, and I can just print out this one. We will get the list of the user. So you can just loop through it and print out the value. So where is that one? Where did it go? Hey, why I cannot see that one? Tag, I think I will just filter out by the tag. it should be much better to see main activity, and just paste that one. Yeah, we got on success and the list of the user. So that's it, and hope you enjoyed this one. Let's meet up in the next lecture. Till then, have a great day.